Okay, let's do some compound events. So this is going to look at the probability of two things happening. So in your book, this is section G on compound events. Now this should be pretty straightforward once you get your head around it. So straight into it. Let's suppose we'll think of flipping a coin. There are one of two possible outcomes for flipping a coin. We have tails or we have heads. Let's say we then, after we flip the coin, we roll a dice or a die. There are 6 different possibilities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the chance of getting any one of these outcomes in the coin, so a heads or a tails, is 1 in 2. The chance of getting any of these outcomes on the dice is 1 in 6. So let's suppose we look at the probability of getting a tails. So I go probability, so P of getting a tails. So that's what this means. Probability of getting tails equals 1 over 2. Now let's say we look at the probability of rolling a 4. The probability of getting a 4 equals 1 in 6. So next, what I've shown you is probability of getting tails, 1 in 2, probability of getting 4, 1 in 6. What if I now said, what is the probability that when I flip a coin, I get tails, and when I roll the dice after I flip the coin, I get a 4. So we look at the probability of those two things happening. All we then do is we say probability of getting a tails and a 4 equals the probability of getting a tails times by the probability of getting a 4. So this means we have a 1 in 2 chance of getting a tails times a 1 in 6 chance of getting a 4. So this then comes out to 1 over 2 times 1 over 6 is 1 over 12. So here's our answer. The probability of getting tails and rolling a 4 is 1 in 12. So main thing to remember, if we're looking at two events happening at the same time, we just have to multiply the probability of each of those events happening individually. So that was a 1 in 2 chance of getting a tails, a 1 in 6 chance of getting a 4, and we've times those two probabilities together. And then we've got our 1 in 12 chance. And that's it for compound events.